Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I want to see your manager.
Shut up, Karen. We are the Office Blokes. It is true. We're trying our hardest at the moment. Well, kind of our hardest to get to 200,000 subs. So if you're not subscribed, just pop down there, hit subscribe for us. It means the world to us and costs you absolutely nothing.
If you do it, Mike will buy you a slice of pizza when he's in New York next week.
Of course we will. Yeah.
You can have anything from the $1 menu.
As long as it's $1, yeah. That'll do.
So I'll tally up how many subs we get between this video coming out and then you buying the pizza.
You've got to go meet him. You've got to go to New York City and meet him for it.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's not just going to buy you a pizza. He's not getting a slice. It's not a full pizza. It's just a slice to share.
Between everyone. So that's all right. I like that.
Speaking of New York City, though, this is a native New Yorker that we're reacting to.
Oh, he is, isn't he? Yeah.
Andrew Schulz.
Do a song about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny guy.
Is our video where we reacted to his monologue about
How New York's he from?
I want to say he lives in the Upper West Side. Is it? It's like it's somewhere that's posh.
Yeah.
But I know that the podcast studio that they've got for Flagrant 2 is in Brooklyn.
Right.
But he almost gave his address away. He was talking about where he lived on the podcast the other day, and he said he backed out and said an area because obviously he doesn't want people. But he's doing all right, I think.
For him.
But our reaction to his monologue about the Will Smith slap kind of blew up a little bit on TikTok.
Yeah,
it was funny.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
Jesus Christ, what a guy.
Really
That's actually, the audio has been muted on one of those reactions.
Really?
Yeah, because community guidelines, because of the things he was saying.
He was brutal.
Yeah,
he was proper funny.
Yeah,
It was very, very funny.
Yeah, so let's get into it. Andrew Schulz, Asian animal rights activist, wasn't ready. Let's do it.
I don't want to talk about that. What, do you really like animals, miss? Yes, you do. Which ones are your favorite? Every animal? That's sweet. Every single animal. They all have life. You're right. 100% right about that. They don't all need to. I feel like you haven't experienced enough life or death situations with animals. You know what I mean? Do you think an animal cares about your life? You think a polar bear is going, you know what? She's probably got backgammon on Tuesday. Maybe I won't eat her. I'm just going to sit here with this Coca-Cola and sip it with my nephews. But I understand. You like animals because, you know, you live in the first world and it's boring and we got to care about shit. I get it. I'm with you. Say again?
Do you see me? I'm technically from third world country, technically.
I almost thought you said, do you see me? I'm an animal. And I was...
Just a panda sound.
I was about to be like, whoa. Because you are Asian, right? So that would make you panda a little bit, right? No. You're third world, but you're from America, right? You're born and raised here.
No.
Where were you born?
Philippines.
Philippines. When did you come here?
When I was like 8 years old.
Oh, so you had some real shit.
Yeah, some real shit.
And in the Philippines, are there any animals that they eat that we don't eat here?
This is good.
He's the absolute king of crowd work,
yeah.
isn't he?
Oh,
Like,
superb.
I've watched loads of his stand-up. I've seen this bit as well, incidentally, because like over the past couple of years, I was watching him before we had a reaction channel.
Yeah.
But his crowd work is just next level.
These are the when you go to a comedy club, this is the comedian I want to see.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all right watching some comedians when they're on like a Netflix special or things like when it's on the TV.
Yeah.
But when you go to a comedy club, you want to see people work the crowd.
Yeah.
And like I said to you last week, I was at the Frog and Bucket at the Kobo stuff. And I tell you what, the first guy who come on, he was the first comedian and the compare, one of the funniest guys I've ever seen for crowd work.
Really.
He was just ripping every single person.
Yeah.
Everyone had something. Bam, bam, bam. And I don't know why he took a liking to me, because he come over to me at the end and he went, I'm going to give you free tickets for the next show. He said, go, he said, drop me a quick message on a DM on Instagram. And he said, make sure the next show that comes up here, he said, you've got free tickets. I thought it was because I was laughing so much. You know, I need this guy in our audience, but it was proper funny.
Nice. I think maybe gone are the days of seeing Andrew Schulz in a little club like this, because
I'm not sure. Some Canadians love it.
I think he does, but he's just at the tail end of the Infamous tour, which I think he's filming a special soon. But it's like 6,000 seat venues he's doing and stuff like that. He's really sort of blowing up.
This is a great sort of like arena, as it.
I love
as
these.
For,
I love these
for him.
venues.
I mean, it's just absolutely ideal, isn't it? You can do improv straight off the bat, and the way he comes up with like subjects like of something pretty innocuous,
That's funny,
and the way he sort of like expands it, it's just it's superb.
I suppose for him to be the king of crowd work, he does need to be in places like this when he's not doing big tours and stuff. So I just think if he ever comes to the UK, we're seeing him in quite a big venue.
I would guess I mean, he's got to earn money, hasn't he?
At least 1,000. At least 1,000.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
he's got bills to pay, hasn't he? So
you wouldn't see him at like the Cholton Comedy Club or anything like that. You might see him at the Comedy Store.
Comedy Store potentially. Yeah,
maybe.
Frog and Bucket, you might see him at.
Oh God, I'd be all
Lee
over
Nelson.
that.
I can't remember what's Lee Nelson's real name.
I can't remember.
He's on at the Frog and Bucket.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
I was told from my English friend that we're not going to win this.
You're not going to win this. But it's not about win or lose. It's not about win or lose. It's just about understanding shit. In the Philippines, they eat dogs because they don't care as much about dogs, right? Because they don't have Chipotle. They don't have Chipotle, they got Chihuahua.
I think that's why my parents didn't want to have pets,
because they'd get too hungry. Fido, come, Fido, come, Fido, come. Right in there, Fido. There we go. Nice and warm. With rice. I love some rice out there, huh? That's all I'm saying. We're very lucky that we get to care about these. What part of the Philippines were you from? Cebu. Now, is that a wealthy region or is that a poor region? It's probably poor, right? I'm just guessing.
Because we put the city next to it, then
Right.
that means that it's somewhat...
We don't got to go into it. So, it's a poor region where there's probably things there, right, that they'd be so lucky and grateful to have that we just take for granted right here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like drinking water right there, it might not be the best. And maybe there's some people out there that don't even have fresh drinking water, you know? And tonight, you're going to go home and take a shit into clean water. That's why I hate the sob story. I care about my people back home. We have to look out of people for third world countries.
Nice.
Yeah, good that.
Nice one.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. I just hope he gets on that right track to be fast track to the top, if you know what I mean.
I think he's on it.
Yeah.
Like from what I hear, listening to the podcast and how other people talk about him, he is so business savvy and he's got comedy down to a science.
Yeah.
And even like people send their specials to him that they're going to release on YouTube, and then he advises them on how to edit it, the thumbnail, when to release
Really?
it.
Ah.
Like he is
Right.
very clever when it comes to it. I think he also owns an ad agency
Oh, really?
that advertise on podcasts and things like that. I'm sure I heard something alluded to once where he's obviously seen that people are coming to him with Manscaped and things like that, and he's just set up a company that can be the middleman.
So it's a clever guy, isn't he, then? And it, obviously,
Very,
because that environment just suits him down to the ground. So I think he'll be able to overcome that with bigger audiences, one way or the other, with material or venues. I don't know, but I guess he'll be able to.
A lot of comedians, what they do when they play the big venue, they do them as a warm up.
Yeah.
So they do a couple of nights as warm up on
a few smaller clubs and
small venues.
Yeah. As someone for him with as much crowd work ability as well, he doesn't have to put out jokes that are going to be in his special for him to release clips all the time.
Yeah.
He just needs to roast someone in the crowd, and there's his 5-minute clip for YouTube.
I suppose the thing is, you go to bigger venues, there's a bigger crowd, there's more people to roast. Maybe you've got more people to go out. But
distance
that
is
the thing. It's how to get sort of close and personal. I don't know.
The thing you've got with that, when you're roasting a crowd, you're roasting someone in such a small environment, everyone can see who you're roasting, and everyone's sort of like in on it. When you've got 6,000-7,000 seat or even a 50,000 seat venue, people at the back have no idea what you're talking to.
You'd have to have big screens, I suppose, wouldn't you? Like, that's a different.
You lose it a little bit.
Environment, but so it has to be. Do it in a clever way, I think, but I guess he'd be able to.
I'm gutted his tour didn't come to Europe, because I know he has toured Europe before. He went to Russia once and did stand up in Moscow.
Oh, really?
And got his fixer fired because I think he got her to say inappropriate things. So he's a pretty wild guy. But from what I gather, the Infamous tour, like every night is a spectacle. Yeah. Like he finished in New York, I think it was, and there was a whole choir singing Alicia Keys, Empire State of Mind.
Yeah,
and he came out like on sort of a hydraulic sort of trapdoor thing with like pyrotechnics going off and stuff. And I think even he's had like Bruce Buffer announcing him at the beginning of it.
No, really?
Yeah, wow. He's really taking it to that next level where it's not just him on stage; it's a proper show.
Good.
So I mean, I wish it would have come to the UK, because I would have been all over that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still early in the year.
Yeah, hopefully you do. If you're watching this, Andrew Schulz, which I
probably
don't
is.
think you will be.
Watches all ours.
Yeah, he's a big fan in the Office Blokes.
Yeah.
But come to the UK.
Visit.
Do it.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Hit the bell. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.